Welcome, Sagittarius, to your end of the month reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Best message, please, for Sagittarius. End of the month. End of the month. What is going on with Sag? Best message, please, for Sagittarius. There. What do we got? Upside down tower. Oof. Man. Got somebody overreacting around you. It feels like there's a lot of denial, a lot of maybe even backwards behavior, like you thought they were changing and then all of a sudden they went back to who they were before instead of progressing forward. Maybe you even felt like they were progressing forward and then they took this backwards motion. Could even be bailing out of the situation in the end due to overreacting. It does feel, let's clarify on that first. It feels like you confronted them about a situation, they overacted, they may even cold-shouldered you in the end and bailed out. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Clarifying on this upside down tower over here, please. This card won't only clarify on the tower, but the entire reading. Trying to keep the balance. You're trying to keep this whole situation balanced. It just feels like it got out of control. So, clarifying on the situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, and the near future. How in the world did this all get started, my friends? For some of you, it feels like it started like last week or something, maybe right in the beginning of Mercury retrograde. It started on the 14th. Did they start acting like this older person that they used to be? I don't know. You have the waiting game. Foundations and achievements upside down, and this is a hopeless situation. So with the foundations and achievements, it does feel like in the recent past they had gotten the household a little up in a flurry for some of you, or the relationship. It just feels like wherever the instability was, you were looking for that balance and waiting for this to, it feels like you were waiting for a turnaround. It feels like this has been going on for not just, for some of you it could be a couple of days, but it does feel like it could have actually started like a week or two ago. For some of you, it feels like they actually turned the whole house. I mean, I see the house way upside down, like they've turned the house upside down. However it is, they've turned the stability of the relationship upside down. We'll keep it there. Everybody's story is a little different. Remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising, moon, or Venus. Yep, they've turned the stability way upside down, turned your stability upside down. It even feels like they may have even tried to overthrow your power situation within the relationship, within the home, however it is within the job. Definitely imbalance over here. There feels like they were trying to fight with you, but there was more compromise in the end. It was just like compromise after compromise. It feels like they were really making a lot of bad judgment calls to begin with. It could be just a lot of fighting in general. It feels like they've become a little erratic about the situation. Just like waste your time. So it does feel like this erratic behavior has been going on for some time. There could even be like where you feel like they may even have a little mental decline, a little psychosis, something of this nature as well. Especially if you're dealing with maybe an older person as well. It's causing a little, their mental decline could be causing a little upheaval. Within the waiting game over here, you just feel like right now you're just kind of in the waiting game, in the present, building all your strength, feeling like you're kind of at a crossroads, really waiting for this person to change, and then bam, here comes the Tower. What the? Okay. So where you know that everything is, this person is in denial about causing all this upsetness, however it was, however it is, you now have a Tower moment. Chaos has struck. It was almost like shock that this actually went this way. It's almost like you were working so hard to keep the peace, the calm, trying to overlook the situation, feeling like you had it under control, didn't see it coming. Could be two other people involved within the situation. Yeah, trying to make peace, trying to keep it at bay. Clarify on the Tower what the heck went on. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Another fire sign could be an Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces. They lost their emotional grip. They got way over emotional about the situation. Not intuitively thinking about what they're doing, they just took action. That's where the erraticness comes from. That's when it all struck. It was like you just struck a tower out of anywhere. You didn't use your intuition. You didn't think about the situation. You just acted. So it does feel overreacted, and there's the overreaction. You're saying, where I was trying to keep balance, you overreacted, and you caused a tower. And it does feel like their emotions got the best of them, and they ended up overreacting about the situation, not reflecting upon the situation at hand, making no success, therefore moving forward. Some of them might even leave the house. Departure. Causing Three of Swords to you, anybody else involved in the situation, with their overwhelming behavior with the Death card, causing a major upheaval. It came out of, I just feel like it was the shock of it all, because right when you thought everything was going fine, they just up and overreacted about anything that you were trying to talk about. And you just felt like, oh, okay. So if you're going backwards to this old person, you're just back to the basics of acting the way you were acting before. And then they took a stand against you, right? And then resistance to use any kind of real communication with you. I see all the communication. So they didn't really want to talk about the situation. It was kind of like, this is the situation. This is the way I'm going to say it was. And not really even reflecting upon any other perspective except for their own. Very selfish. They didn't talk to you very nice and very kind. They may have even struck out against a family member. It could be a mother. Yeah, definitely talking not nice. Causing a huge cycle change. This cycle change is definitely unforeseen. You did not even see this coming. It just flew out of the blue. Causing a lot of pain. And it kind of pushed you in a corner too. And I think the only reason it pushed you in a corner is there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of upsetness. This person just overreacted out of nowhere. And then your future over here, you have the hopeless and feeling like it's very hopeless. So as this situation continues, it looks like they will be packing their stuff and leaving. It looks like they either did leave because they were mad. Will they return? It's hard to say. But it does look like it's hopeless. It's hopeless to get this person to change. They just continue to keep wanting to fight. So even if you're in contact with this person, they're still going to want to argue their case. So it looks like, Sagittarius, you're just going to give up the ghost over here. You want to reunite with this person, but it looks like there's just nothing you can do about the situation. You might even had to break two people up within a fight. Could be siblings. The Gemini, you might even be twins. Wow. Maybe the twins are going at it. It could even be, I don't know. However, it could even be sibling rivalry is what it kind of looks like as well. It could definitely be some Gemini and a they're not twins, it could, you know, could be like a Virgo and an Aquarius going at it. If they're twin, it could be definitely an air sign. I just keep seeing twins as well. Like these two twins are going at it, but you didn't expect the other one to do that. They could even have been like physically fighting, getting physical, not just in each other's space, but like you had to break it up. That's crazy. But over here, they're not putting any contact with you. So it was like where there was contact and they want to fight their opinion, the way that they see it, their perspective, not wanting to see it from anybody else's point of view. They just all of a sudden, because, you know, they're trying to take the ball out of your court, not allowing you to have any kind of say about either what happened, you know, between them two or between you two, however it is. There's no perspective. They just stop talking. There's just no more contact. You know, they've gone into a different direction. You know, hey, look, if they're going into their own direction, I mean, unless it's, you know, unless they're kids and they're just hiding out, right? Because I do have the hermiting. They're definitely going to hide out in their bedroom. They're not going to say anything. If this is literally an adult, though, it's like, hey, you know, fine. Because I do see going my separate direction. It doesn't look like it's going to be very good, but hey, you know what? Maybe it's more hopes and promises for them. Maybe they can do better out on their own, right? However, acting like a fool with the Ace of Cups. Being aware of the toxicity. They do become very aware of the toxicity that they have induced over here within this family, household, this love relationship, this other sibling, this, you know, whoever this is. They are aware of it. I mean, you know, and it does look like they're becoming aware that they're not making very good choices either. That is so true. Because with the Fool upside down with the Ace of Cups, it's like, well, you would think that my new beginning would be better, but it doesn't look like it's getting any better. So they're becoming very aware that the choices that they're making are not for the best of the good. Wow, that would be cool. You know, and their life is becoming a nightmare. Wow. It's almost like they knew that they had it good where they were, and now they're definitely stuck inside their mind about how they walked away. Wow. And it's causing confusion of themselves because they know that they went, you know, they got out of control, caused drama, and they know that they're guilty of this situation, and it brings them sadness. There is a lot of them understanding that they did this, but that's not going to be for a while. That won't be for a while, my friends, because I do feel like this is going to be during that Valentine's Day era, mid-month. They're actually going to start becoming aware of, you know, what went on and why they blew everything out of control. Kind of crazy. Seen it, though, in almost every reading, so what's the difference? It's like, yeah, seen it before. Mercury retrograde's on a roll right now with that Venus. That Venus is really tearing people's hearts apart over here for some signs. The next few months. Yeah, the next few months. Okay, so fine. And in the next few months, what? There'll be big happy changes for a lot of you. You're going to end up putting yourself into a new direction. Okay, so just keep listening to your intuition. Okay. For them to come back, if you're waiting for them to come back, it won't be for the next few weeks because remember, they're going to figure that out. Right now is not the time at this time for them to do anything. Okay. So for others of you, you know, if it's a romance situation, it says that there is new romance coming into you. Wow. Remain positive. So don't worry about that. Okay. There's definitely, in the next few months, having a new romantic partner coming through. You don't have to worry about this one anymore. You know, if that's the case scenario, they blew it. And, you know, just wait for the next beautiful love to come through. I seen it in another reading. Okay, so, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I have these in the shadow cards. These are very interesting cards. They're pretty blunt, so don't kill the reader. But we're going to get into their mind over here and have an understanding of what they're thinking about right now in the present, as, you know, they're causing all this overwhelmingness for maybe not just you, but maybe other people as well, right? They want you to know I am different now. They're not the same, right? Okay, that was the only card I really got. The other one was kind of sideways and weird. I mean, if you want to see it, I'll show you. It was kind of weird and sideways. Give me where was it? It was this one. I want to tell you so much. I'll keep that there for you. It was sideways, so it's kind of like I guess, you know, I don't take the sideways ones of these cards because it's kind of weird. But I guess if they want to tell you so much, it's like, did they want to, or was it just a thought that is coming up? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it sideways? I don't know, right? So, anyways, I'll keep it there, but just the sideways ones I don't take. I don't know. I kind of feel like it was kind of one of those things. I don't know, with the sideways card, guys, it kind of feels like I wanted to tell you so much, but then I was just like, you know what? I don't want to tell you anything. I had that. It was like a spark of a moment, right? I don't know. It kind of feels like that. It's like, well, I was going to tell you so much, but then I decided, just, you know what? I'm going to blow up and do somebody else. Screw it. Okay. That's the feeling I get from that card. Over here it says, I took the easy way out because, you know what? Yeah, because your body language said so much that I just figured you wanted me to leave. Wow, okay. So in the near future, what is he saying over here down below? I don't know what to say, so I'm not going to come back for a while because I am having the ideas that I did cause a lot of drama, but I don't really know what to say about that. I can still see you standing there as you did that one day. Whoa. And I'm just going to pretend like I don't care. So I'm not gonna try to fix anything with you in the near future anytime soon, even though I'm having the realizations that I'm the whole reason this all went down. But I'm just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. I'm just gonna sweep it under the rug. Well, no wonder it's gonna take them a few weeks or months or however to do anything, because that's some ego trip right there that, you know, that they're still kind of holding on to it. That's okay. So there is a lot of anger still going on within the person about the situation, no matter how it went down. But we do see this. It could be caught, you know, it looks like a lot of maybe victimization, like they're going to play the victim card, or very egomatic, like they don't want to, definitely irresponsibility of not wanting to 100% at this time take any responsibility for the situation, which is kind of crazy because over here it's saying, I do know that I was the one that started all of this, but, you know, I'm just going to pretend like I don't care about the situation. So I don't know what to say about it anyway. So what do you want me to do about it? So there is a little still ego over there, and maybe even still a little irresponsibility of wanting to step up to the plate, as it said here. I mean, you literally said it right here, Sag. You're saying they don't want to step up to the plate. They don't want to balance this out. Now they just want to get kind of crazy and blow it all out without thinking about anything. Now that they're thinking about things, they don't even know how to come to the conclusion to even come to apologize, right? I didn't get a card that said, I'm afraid that you will reject my apology. No, it's more like, I know that I screwed up. I don't know what to say about the situation. So be it. And that's kind of a not taking responsibility for their actions. So I guess you'll have to wait to see if they ever want to really truly come to apologize. But it's kind of, you know what, they know that they screwed this up though, because it even said that they knew they had a good thing going until they messed this up. So, but hey, not taking a stand for your mistakes just shows that they're very, immature. And hey, for somebody who says they pretend that they don't care, they definitely do care. But I think that they don't have, they have too much ego or pride or something. Maybe they're afraid they're going to hurt their own pride to come and apologize for the situation. Wow. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.